What's up, everyone? It is your girl Gel Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and today we're gonna get into the new holiday palettes from one of my all-time favorite brands, Lethal Cosmetics. So they have the Metamorphosis palette and the Evergreen palette. I have just holding the sleeves right now because I had to pick through my collection and give y'all, you know, the usual, the color stories that compare to other color stories and all that good stuff there. I actually don't have that many because I didn't open the palettes before I got home. I just kind of, you know, was like, let me grab these and go. It's snowing here in Chicago. I told y'all I'm not trying to film a whole lot of snowing, but it stopped snowing, thank goodness. That's how y'all got this video, girl. Otherwise, we'd been in the living room and you'd have been looking at my luxury handbag collection or something instead. Cause who's coming out here in the snow? Like, no. Y'all hear Adriangameover over here talking about what? Yeah. Anyway, who's coming out in the snow? Not I, when I can help it. And this is a situation I can help it in. But alas, it stopped snowing, so, you know, I can rank all the holiday palettes, rank all the best of 2022 palettes, rank the worst makeup and all the other little things I want to do before, you know, the snow comes again and I don't come back out here anytime soon. But let's read the cute little card that Lethal put in my little package here. It says, thank you so much for your purchase and we hope you're having the best of times with your new makeup. We love nothing more than to hear from our customers. So whether you choose to share your unboxing, tag us in a look, or DM us with your feedback, rest assured that it will always put a smile on our faces. Love, the Lethal Cosmetics team. So cap, they gave you this cute little card and according to Adrian's cap. But yeah, let's get into the palette. So I'm starting with the Metamorphosis one. That's the more warm tone one. Y'all know the one I'm most excited about is the Evergreen one because it's the green, cool looking one that has my color aesthetic to it. This one is fine though, the Metamorphosis. It's just more on the warm tone side. We know I'm not a warm tone girl. So let's get into it, honey. So this is what she looks like. I mean, she's stunning. She's a 10. She gives us dual chromes. She gives us bright fun colors. She gives us nice deep red tones. So she's giving. I'm not saying she's not giving. She's just not my preferred color aesthetic. And so that's why she's going first. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do one look on each eye to save us some time for the video. I don't know, we'll see. Because I'm actually, y'all know the drill. I film the intros at night. And then Saturday I actually film the eye videos because I can get better, you know, sunlight for my sexy thumbnails then. So we're gonna start off with the Bad Side Zodiac palette from Melt. This is the fire one, of course. It's warm tone, they're warm tone, so both these holiday palettes are here. So I had to show these. I was gonna show the what is it, the Unzai Merry Christmas one, but I feel like they're not similar enough. I was thinking about doing it anyway though, just because I feel like it could be a good companion palette to this palette because it has colors in it that's not lacking this. So we might go ahead and show it anyway. I don't know, it depends on how I feel. You know. Matter of fact, yeah, let me just go ahead and grab it now. It's literally sitting right in the box right over here while I'm filming. On the other side, as y'all saw, I just bent down to grab it and we do that. So we'll do that one next, and then we'll do all the other ones that I feel like are closer. I got a couple more companion palettes, so maybe I should show the companion ones for these. Yeah, let's just do it. We'll do it last. Y'all see how quick I be changing my mind, y'all. So next, I have the Hudson Valley from Mented Cosmetics. Boy, what are you doing? Y'all, I'm trying to film and my son's just over here doing the absolute most.
My existence is to be an inconvenience.
You hear this foolishness, right? Okay, so now we got the Hudson Valley. I feel like this could be a good companion palette because like the cooler tones that are in this palette, I could use the cool dual chromes at the very bottom to go with this palette to give more depth to it because it only has that one green shade. I feel like it goes with these, the orangish one and the yellow one. I feel like go better with the warm tone shade. So I feel like if you cover this up, I feel like these tones right here will go better with this one. So this is more companion palette, I guess. But it's here, we're here, everybody's here. So I decided I was going to go ahead and show it because, you know, why not? Since they're all here anyway. I'm trying to put everything back as I go because I like to kind of keep it in order until I have to use it again. So the next one I have to show is the Berries palette from Beauty Bay. I'm going to show it aside. This palette, again, I feel like this could possibly be a good companion palette because it gives you a lot more berry tones than obviously this one does. I mean, this one gives you some red warm tone, but if you want to add some more berryish pops to go with these shades or to go with the dual chromes in this palette, I feel like this palette would be nice. So the rest of them are pretty much just companion palettes because like I said, I don't really buy a lot of warm tone stuff. If y'all haven't noticed, I don't have a lot of warm tone stuff to show with this. Next I have the Aura palette from Ace Beauty. Y'all remember I did a whole video on this. I got a battle lease coming soon. Again, I feel like this could be a good companion palette for this one because you could add the purples and the greens with the pinks and the reds and the greenish shades in here and just have an extension of this palette. I feel like they look pretty nice together alongside each other, so I want to show them together as companions. Plus, I just really like the HB palette. I think they did an excellent job with their holiday collection, and I'm feeling it. I'm here for it. It's a vibe. So, yeah, there's that. I'm trying to put them back as I go to remember, like, to rank all the holiday palettes. So, the last one we have, of course, is my Merry Christmas palette. And I'm going to put it alongside my Metamorphosis palette from Lethal. So here's what both of them look like side by side. Again, I feel like this is just more of a companion palette because the greens in here can go with the deeper greens and dual chromes in here, and the lighter dual chromes and red and orange pinks in here can go obviously with the Metamorphosis palette. Because I feel like they'd be good, nice palettes to match up with. I feel like if this didn't have greens in it, it could be a good alternative to the Metamorphosis palette. But the Metamorphosis palette, I guess, could be a good alternative for this if you don't really care about having the greens so much. Because to me, this is more like a year-round palette because it doesn't have the greens to go along with the reds in it. So that's just my personal thing. But I have one from another brand. I'm actually going to give y'all a old school versus new school one that I feel like is really similar to this once I get done ranking all of these. So I already have stuff sitting aside. So that's all the ones I have to refer to the Metamorphosis palette. Now let's get into the Evergreen one. Y'all know this is my favorite one. When I open it up, you will understand why. I mean, look at it. We all know these are my tones. I mean, just look at her. She's just stunning. She's 10. She's, you know, she's giving everything that I need. Even though I probably have 5 other palettes that's like her, it doesn't matter. She's special in her own way. Thank you. So we're gonna start with another Lethal palette, which is the One Up palette. I feel like that'd be a good companion palette. This one, or they're somewhat similar in a way, because as you can see, color stories in these are somewhat similar. I mean, this has more like a pink purple to it, and I feel like this one focuses more on the greens and the blues, but they both have the same kind of tones. The bright pink, and I feel like just what throws me off when it comes to this one. I feel like this bright pink one in here, they look pretty similar in tone, but that's what both of them look like. Then I have the Nocturnal palette from Mented Cosmetics. This was one of my favorite palettes they came out with this year. I'm here and living for the love of the grunge of it all. So here's what those look like side by side. I feel like you could pair this nicely with the Heather Austin palette from Adept as well, because I'm not necessarily crazy about the mattes on her palette, but I feel like if I took the mattes from the Lethal palette, that the shimmers from her palette would be really nice. I didn't bring it with me, so y'all had to see that in the TikTok. I'll probably film some of those once it starts snowing. I feel like I'm gonna get more into my TikToks then, because I already pre-filmed a whole bunch of YouTube. But here's what these look like side by side. I feel like they look gorgeous together, and they've been great companion palettes. Aside from the fact that this is just a gorgeous palette, so there's that. Next, y'all know I was going to have to put the other HB palette in here. So this is the Envy palette. I feel like this will pair nicely with this palette because it has a lot more blues and greens in it than I feel like this one does. I feel like this one has like pops of green and blue in it, but I feel like this one has a whole lot more to offer. This purple I feel like could go nicely with these. These brighter greens I feel like could go nicely with these deeper greens, and I feel like this is just a good companion palette overall. So let me make sure I show both of these side by side. Plus, again, I just love the color stories that HB comes out with. I feel like they come out with some of the most amazing color stories. And I didn't say unique because, like, you know, Angie made a good point in one of her videos. She's talking about how a lot of palettes aren't really unique, and there's not a lot of unique palettes out here, which I can agree with, because you got to think how often people are popping out palettes. It's like, I don't expect a good majority of them to be unique. I just expect to like the color story enough and then to have enough unique shades in it, or a formula I like well enough in order to, you know, like buy it. So next we have the Serenity palette from Cosmic Brushes against this palette. So again, I feel like this should be another good companion palette, because you gotta think all the blues and the purples and the greens in here compare nicely with these, and the shimmers in here are amazing. Lethal has amazing dual chrome shimmers, and there are dual chrome shimmers in this palette, so I feel like the dual chromes in here could go nicely with these mattes, or like some of the icy shades in here could be nice inner corner shades to go with this palette as a whole. So that's why I'm going to show them. Plus this has colors that this one doesn't have to like airbrush over colors and, you know, give a little bit more detailed work. So that's why I like to show you all other palettes that you might already have in your collection. If you want to do more detailed Instagram like looks and work, I feel like these palettes would be good to pair with the other palettes I showed you. Or you might just want to do palette mashups like I do, because I do a lot of those in my everyday life when I take Instagram pictures. I first start off trying to use the palette just on its own in the video and stuff, and then when I'm done doing that, then I try to, you know, with this Loud palette, I mean, I can't hide what it is. Y'all hear it. It's the Michaela Part 2 with Glam Light. It's so loud, but again, I feel like this would be a good companion palette for this one, because she gives you different tones of each one to airbrush over and do more detailed work with colors as far as it goes. And the dual chromes in here are really nice, so I feel like the dual chromes in here would be really nice to go with the mattes that you can airbrush over here, or you can use this as an airbrushing palette to like do your brow bone and dust over the shades in here that you like, along with the dual chrome shimmer. So that's why I want to show this one. Plus, I just love a blue, green, purple palette moment, and you know, since everybody wants to come out with them this year, which I'm extremely grateful for, I had a lot to show. So Now, let me zoom in real quick and cute like. I'm trying to remember how much these were. I want to say we're in the 40s. I know I paid like, I think, sorry, it's backwards, jeez. I paid like 90 bucks for both of them. I think that included my shipping. So, I think that means they were about like 40 something a piece. And then I had to pay, I think, $15 for shipping or something like that. So I feel like they were reasonably priced considering the quality that the brand has. Their mattes do pick up a little. They do have a little like kickback in the pan though, so just be advised when it comes to that. But you know, otherwise I don't have any complaints about the brand. This is like I said, one of my favorite brands. Whenever they come up with a palette, I'm over here thirsty like, give it to me. Where is it? How much does it cost? I don't care. Say less and just shut up and take my money. That's how I feel when he does with this brand. So I'm like, I was so happy to finally get them here because I ordered them on Black Friday when they launched, and I was concerned they weren't going to get here in time for us to film ranking all my holiday palettes because I want you all to see that video on Christmas Day. Anyway, I'm gonna go off camera and get my life in order because I've been talking for 10 minutes just comparing palettes, and then I'll figure out what I'll be gonna do with what. If you're curious what's on the eyes right now, this is one of my my top 10 favorite palettes from, and this is the Natasha Notable Travelers palette. I mixed it with the what is it, the glam palette, the one that has the face products in it and the 5 eyeshadows. So that's what's going on in the face right now, and my lips are bubbly from Rim Beauty. I'm trying out the lipsticks that I got during my Black Friday haul. Anyway, like I said, I'm gonna go off camera finally for real this time, and I'll be right back. Okay, girl? Okay. So y'all, we're gonna get into this Metamorphosis palette. So I decided I was gonna use basically the tones toward the top. Turn that down, thank you. So I got this red right here, and I got the orange. I'm gonna use this peachy neonish shade, and then I'm gonna put this in my inner corner. So I'm gonna stick to these like kind of 4 little shades in here just because I want a fun kind of bright eye look, if you will. So we're gonna start with the orange shade. Now y'all have to remember lethal shadows do have a little bit of kick up, so just keep that in mind. But I'm loving, I knew this was gonna be a good decision. Just look at this color, honey. It's giving. It's definitely giving, like honey. Love this color. Good job. So, what I'm working with, right? I'm really loving these colors. They are really nice. So, as you can see, it's giving a pretty good amount of pigmentation. I feel like it looks a little brighter in the pan than it does on my eye, but I didn't use my white base. I used a more like beige color one, so it could be why it's not giving it as much orange. But it's giving a decent enough amount, so you know, I'm fine with it. So now we're gonna go with the bright red. I'm here for it. That's the shade I was most excited about to use on the outer V. I want to give y'all like a fiery, corally, yellowish type eye look, so that's why I'm, you know, I'm actually trying not to do the way I normally do those. So if y'all see I'm not flicking it out the way I would to make a cat eye, I'm just kind of just doing this red, orangey-ish type situation and vibe when it comes to the color. Definitely here for it and loving the way this looks. So, there we go. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling the fireness of it all. Now let's go. I'm gonna do some glitter glue. I'm gonna cut the crease with the glitter glue real quick, and then we're gonna go into that neon shade I showed you. I was kind of thinking about putting this darker one toward the back and then the neon one, but I think I just want to stick to the neon brightness, so we're just gonna go with that. And then the little chromish green, yellow type shade we're gonna put on the actual lid. So I want to put a little bit on the mat just to see if it transforms. Sorry, to see if it transforms and makes it look a little nicer. Y'all know I'm not used to doing this eye on camera. That's why I'm like holding it up higher than I probably should and stuff like that, because it's like I'm not used to, you know, excuse me, having to do that. So let's get into this shade next. Look how stunning that is. Yes, it needs to be all over the way. At least a good portion, because I want to have a little bit of that yellow peeking through toward the front of the eye. So I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and, you know, be here and do this. So I'm definitely feeling that and liking that a little bit more. It seems like it's like a peachy, orangey, quality type shade. I'm here for it. Now I'm gonna turn the brush to the other side and take the yellow like right in this little part of the eye right here. And as you see, it's giving more of the green than it is the yellow, which I'm a little bit disappointed by because I wanted more of the yellow than the green to be popping. But when I look at it on here, it's orange, but I feel like when I look at it in the camera, it's green. So, I mean, I feel like it's giving the yellow that I was talking about. So I guess that's okay. So it's like now it makes me want to put the antique gold in the inner corner instead, since it's giving off more of the green than the yellow, and that's what I was hoping for, more of the yellow than the green. Let's see. I'll just go ahead and go with it, but I am a little disappointed that it's shifting so much green and yellow, but I understand why, because, you know, it's supposed to be a holiday palette, so of course it's supposed to be red and green, and that's the twist. Same thing happened with the Pat McGrath. I think it was, what do you call it, Beauty, what is it called? The Bronze Temptation, I think that's the name of the smaller one that she came out with in 2019, I believe it was, where the color ended up not being red and ended up being like this weird yellowish type shade. But this is your finished eye. It's nice, it's simple, it's cute. I tried not to do too much. I feel like I'm gonna be more intricate with the Evergreen palette since it's the one I'm more excited about, and it has more of the color tones I like to do. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about just doing an all matte look, but I'm like, with gorgeous metallics like this, I feel like I can't just do that. I have to do that another time. We have to show off these gorgeous metallics. So let me go put some eyeliner on, some mascara. So this eye will already be done, but this is your finished eye. We're gonna come back and start on the Evergreen in a second. Okay, girl? Okay, y'all. So now we're gonna get into the Evergreen palette, the one I'm most excited about. I'm gonna take the two greens and we're gonna put those. This one's gonna go in the crease just to dust over the primer I have on. These two are gonna go. I think I'm gonna put this one in the crease and on the brow bone. Then this will be my outer V shade. And I want to put this one on the lid just because it has that transformative shade. I was thinking about putting this on the lid with it, and I think it was this one, or no, sorry, it was this one. I was gonna put it in the inner corner, and I wanted the purple on the lower lash line. Because as you can see, I put the burgundy from the first palette, the Metamorphosis, on the lower lash line, and then I just put an orange pencil on my waterline from ColourPop. So let's get into this now. I don't even know where that orange pencil came from because I didn't order it, but I'm going to the neutral shade now. Start off up here with that. With this one, I'm thinking a little more smoky, but still like grungy, colorful. So I'm trying to like figure out what I'm gonna do as far as that goes. Okay, so a taupey-ish type shade. I'm feeling it. It gave us something to set the primer with, and I don't have to carry the color as high because I didn't know how I was gonna feel about the yellow bean. I mean the greenish shade being at a high. I mean, me being me, I'd probably be fine with it, but you know, like let's just not do that. But I'm taking the brush that you dust over everything and dust over this side as well. Now we're gonna go into the bright green. I feel like it'd be fun to use this like as a matte shade all over the lid, and then use the what do you call it, the dark and then just use the dark purple on the outer V and have like a matte moment, and run with a fun shimmer on the lower lash line and put it in the inner corner to match. I feel like that's a look I'll do another time, but you know, for right now I'm just gonna like, you know, this is fine. I feel like I'd have liked this a little bit better on the brow bone, but you know, I'm fine with just doing this way it is right now. It's like 6:30 in the morning, but I want to get home in a timely fashion because I'm actually going to try to film some TikToks today. And I figure if I get home early enough, I can take a nap and I get up like at 2 o'clock or something, and for a couple of hours I'm going to do TikToks before the sun goes down. We'll see how that goes. Plus, I don't know how bad it's going to snow over the weekend. And I want to be, you know, like close to home because I have to go to work tomorrow. Because today is Saturday, so of course, what comes Sunday? And the work week starts for me on Sunday. I work Sunday to Thursday. So I'm liking that color. It's giving a good amount of pigmentation like I thought it would. It looks really good with these type of shades, especially because the first palette I actually bought from them was the After Dark palette. If y'all know, then y'all know that is a very pastel palette. But I feel like they do a great job when it comes to pigmentation for people my skin tone. And this one is definitely giving. So now let's go into that dark green shade I talked about. Well, darker green shade. To me, it's more like I guess a Kelly green, if you will. But I feel like it looked really nice and complement this green really well. So they did a great job when it comes to that. So I'll tap to this now. And I am going to like I'm trying to like kind of round it, if you will, to match the other side, because I don't want one to be winged and then the other one to be like, you know, just kind of a rounded look. This reminds me of the colors that's on the new Tatcha like body care packaging. I don't know why it just made me think of that, but that's what I thought of while I was blending this green out with this shade. I know it's really random, but I think it's because I saw I add this one where you could get 20% off Tatcha products. I want to try some of their body products, and I didn't buy them during the Sephora sale. So till the 24th of December, you're supposed to be able to buy them at 20% off using a code from, I think it's the Beauty Steal. So I'm trying to go ahead and pick that up and do that. So yeah, I'm definitely liking the way that's looking. It's giving a whole aesthetic and vibe. I will say that it did transfer down on my lower lash line a little bit, so I don't know how I feel about that, the green transferring down here, because I feel like I didn't blend it down there, but somehow it ended up down there, so just keep that in mind. But I'm definitely feeling the vibes of the matte situation we have going on right now. So let me get my glitter glue ready for this eye look. I'm going to cut. The piece right here. I feel like I put enough glitter glue in it like I normally do. Like it usually feels more tacky. So I'm going to put just a tad bit more, just to be safe and make sure that the back part where we start has enough glitter glue on it. But I feel like there's enough on the front, but it's like I'm more concerned about the back than the front. I'm interested to see how this color combination is going to work out, because I don't usually put like a shifting blue to purple shimmer on the lid with this type of look, but we about to find out, girl, because here we go. So I'm going to start off with that one toward the back and then the other one toward the front. So okay, so it's looking a lot brighter on the lid than I feel like it looks in the pan. I feel like it looks deeper in the pan. But this is interesting development. It's giving a lot more green too. I thought it was gonna be like more of a blue to purplish type shift to go with the shimmers. I need to go with the purple matte, but I guess that's what the other shade is for. So I'm gonna try to put that like possibly toward the front of the eye. We'll see. I might just do what I did with the other side, just put the shimmer that we put on the inner corner a little bit on the lid as well. I'm thinking I want to go ahead and do that because it's like I'm feeling like because that's a deeper bluish purple thing, I might not necessarily like it, but you know, at the same time I'm like I want to see, so I don't know. I think I'm just play it safe and put this toward the front of the eye. And then I want like a deeper inner corner because that's something I don't do as often. So now I'm going to flip this brush over. I just hope the inner corner's going to look similar to the other side. Okay, so I'm liking the way that looks a lot. As you can see when I turn my head, it looks like it's a duochrome moment. And like since the blue to greenish shade is already a duochrome, I feel like it's just getting extra. And I'm here for it in this bottom. So now we're going to go into that deepest shade. There's my brush. At the bottom that I talked about, we'll pop that in the inner corner. There we go. Yes, it's giving a little more of a bronzier, brighter effect to the look. And y'all know this is a classic me look, but you know, like, it's 6 in the morning, and this is the only eye look I have to do today. So this is the only eye look I'm going to make myself do today. I have to do more. I've been filming my 2023 series so far. I have like 2 or 3 series in mind for 2023, so you can stay tuned. I've already filmed a few episodes just to see if I can get an idea of how y'all gonna feel about it. So we got those on. Now let's go into the purple on the lower lash line, because I feel like I'm missing the pop that I want with this look, and I feel like the purple is just gonna give us that. So I'm just taking this my X Michaela brush, and I'm gonna run it around the bottom. So I'm gonna try to run it underneath here a little bit. I'm just definitely giving a little bit more color like I was hoping for, because I was hoping for more of a green, blue, purple moment. And I feel like the dual chrome I chose doesn't have as much purple as I was hoping for in it. So I'm feeling like the lower lash line is going to like help us with that. And then like the color I'm putting in the waterline is more of a green look. Or more of a, I guess, a turquoise type color. I'm taking, what is this, where is it? Let me find baby again. So close to the keep my lip upstairs. I had the one from, was it AF94? I'm trying to figure out where it went though. There's a whole bunch of white stuff around me, so I'm like, where did it go? I know I had it all. It rolled off on the floor. Things love to roll off on the floor, y'all, I swear. So it's the shade Atomic. That's a nice, like, deep greenish type shade. So we're going. You can see it's a nice little, of course, it's moving underneath there. I kind of want to put lemon burst from, lemon quartz from Metamorphosis in the crease real quick, just to get some extra graphic dimension, just because I'm feeling extra. So I think I am. Just running along here real quick. So, as you can see, I just gave a little more definition to the eye look, and I'm here for it. So, I'm happy I did that. And I feel like it gave a nice little extra touch to it. I'm going to have to blend a little bit more of the green over to kind of help with covering up where it starts and where it ends. So, do that real quick. Okay, otherwise, now I am actually complete with this eye look. So let's back her on up and talk about my thoughts on both these palettes. So needless to say, I love them both. Oh, random side note, I'll also show you the Sugar Peel Fun Size 2 palette alongside this one, because I feel like this is a good miniature combination of both these. Because think about it, you have those greenish shades that you have in here, and then in the Metamorphosis you have those shades in here. So if you wanted a combined palette that didn't cost as much, you could get this one to combine. Just random side note I meant to add in that I forgot to earlier.